Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up and watch us make this money disappear. And boy, are we good at that. Welcome in, everyone, to another episode of Football Clowns Anonymous. This is a podcast run by and for NFL football fans. This project is designed to create a fan community for people who enjoy often questionable takes, analysis, and predictions surrounding all things NFL. Coming to you right now on YouTube and Spotify. Feel free to drop us a review. Email us at footballclownsanonymous@gmail.com if you'd like to get in touch with us. And by us, of course, I mean myself, Ren Smith, and my co-host joining us from Buffalo, New York, Kurtis Pinkney.
You're.
How are we doing, sir?
I am slow on the draw today. Your boy's dragging ass.
We'll get there.
It's Wednesday. We're here, and
it is
Wednesday. You know what? It's because I was up all night celebrating the Eagles all week. Their glory.
That's terrible.
Best team in the NFC. Maybe second only to the Lions. I don't know, but they're looking good.
I'm not gonna fight you on it. I'm just complaining.
That second half against the Rams, that was a Super Bowl caliber team right there.
That
first half, that's a first round. That's a first overall pick looking team. I'm not really sure which one's the real one, to be honest with you. But I'm a cling to the second half team.
I think it is actually the second half team that's the real team, because I think there's a lot of conservatism being deployed by the Eagles, knowing that like we can just kind of suffocate. Well, we can just suffocate these teams, and they don't have a chance. And like we don't have to take risks. If we take risks, bad stuff can happen. Turnovers can happen. Things like that. And so you actually saw, Sirianni says, send in the
bombs
reinforcements
away.
Bombs away, and we're pulling out the stops, and you're more prone to make a mistake, but you're also more prone to win the fucking game, which is exactly what they did.
You've got a top 3, top 5 wide receiver duo in the league. Jalen Hurts has, despite all the claims that he can't throw the football, every time he's asked to throw the football, the boy puts up crazy numbers. He put up like 250 yards and a half. Balling out of control, bro. And he was under siege all day. He got lit up.
Yeah.
And that boy just dotting up A.J. Brown, bro. And A.J. Brown, whole man. Full stop, bro. The way he was bullying those cornerbacks was disrespectful. The one play where he snatched it out the dude's chest and then just kind of like shoulder checked him down and then stepped over him and kept the play going. I was like, oh, bro, this is a man who has been disrespected the first 2 weeks of the football season, finally getting his opportunities, and he's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and remind y'all, I'm still big bro out here.
Absolutely.
It's still big dog season on this side of the field. Better come correct when you step to me.
Yeah. I think some of it has to be game script a little bit, and not like just. It's definitely not him being, no good at football. It's like they just
100%.
the Eagles didn't need to be that version of the Eagles. But you're absolutely right. And I think it's easy to say this every year, but last year when they won the Super Bowl, it was really hard to not picture them just steamrolling and doing it again, because that is such a complete team, and you see it now. Like the Rams are also a good team, and they outplayed the Eagles for the majority of that game, and it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Or maybe not the majority, but at least the half. So anyway, that's I'm glad you're in a good mood about that. I have lots to celebrate for my Vikings. I still have no idea how to
dominant.
I have no idea how to pinpoint this team. Like what? Like I'm 0-3 picking them. I'm like, they're gonna be bad. They're good. And then I'm like, they're gonna be good. They sucked ass against the Falcons. And now it's like Carson Wentz comes in and you hang 48 against. I know Joe Burrow's out, but you hang 48 against a competent offense.
Pretty competent team. Yeah. Wow. Competent-ish. I mean that offensive line will continue to state it probably for the rest of the season. Not great.
They have back-to-back road games in 2 very difficult places to play. They have Minneapolis is not an easy place to play, and they have Mile High next week. So this is not set up well for Jake Browning to come in and sort of stake his claim.
And spoiler alert for all the folks I play fantasy with: if you own Jamar Chase after he shits the bed again this week, trade offers are coming.
There you go.
I'm buying low.
Just bring it on, because people are going to be selling with Jake Browning at quarterback if they look like ass, which they probably will against Denver. Big picture. Go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of looking like ass, Do we gotta absolve ourselves of our sins? Do we owe apologies? Like how are we doing this? How do we want
to?
Yeah.
The first thing into my brain when you said that was the Atlanta Falcons, but I see where you're going with this. We have some apologies to give out to all of you. If you tailed our bets last week, you got cooked just like we did. It was not pretty. We agreed on a lot of games. I think there were 9 of them in total, and we went 3-6. We suck, and we apologize. And we also called this out last week. We have this much agreement. We're feeling really good. It's not good. It should be good, but it's not good. We need a healthy balance of disagreement, I think, is the key to our success. So we're down pretty substantially since the week 2 Thursday night football. It's a bloodbath out there, folks.
Yeah, the only thing keeping my account afloat right now is the parlays I make when I take my Sunday morning shits. It's the only thing keeping me afloat right now, bro. And it's not a sustainable recipe for success season long. So we gotta come correct.
It's not. It's crazy to me because like there is something about the way that this is gonna sound weird from one dude to another here, but like there's something about the way that you place those Sunday morning poop parlays, if you will, like that you send to me, you screenshot them afterwards, and I'm like, that's just great. Why was that on Wednesday when we recorded, dude?
I don't see what happens is before we record, we're not supposed to be looking at the lines, right? So I'm not on DK heavy, and generally when I'm booting up DraftKings on Sunday morning, I'm like, okay, what kind of boost do we got? Oh, you got the 33% boost for the 3-leg parlay. Go ahead, throw something together real quick. Let me see what's going on with these games. And I just kind of, I had my whispering rod. What's that thing? The finding rod. And I hold it to the phone, and I just let it. Let's go to the Dolphins-Bills game because there was a little boost or whatever. It was the make a 3-leg parlay and get a free ghost leg token on Sunday. It's like I like ghost leg parlays. Let me go ahead and place this little. And so we did Dolphins plus 12.5. What was it? Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown, and I don't know, one other leg, but they all hit. And it was beautiful. It more or less made me money on the week. I had one more parlay that I hit in the week, but and I actually think it was the ghost legger. I had I don't remember what it was. I should have wrote it down.
Oh no, I remember it because it was burned into my brain, sir. You bet on 3 teams that were 0-2 going into the week. You bet on the Panthers, the Saints, and the now I'm gonna forget.
Yeah, it was Panthers, Saints, and who was the third one? But the third one hit. The Saints is the one that flopped.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull it up while you talk because it was kind of gross.
Was it? It was the Browns. It was the Browns, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
I don't
sure?
know.
I thought it was the Browns because they had a big number too. Anyway, it is. I agree with you that it is not a sustainable way to do this.
No.
The scholar prides himself on teaser legs. He was on fire weeks 1 and 2 with the teaser legs. This week, 2 and 2 on the teaser legs. Yeah. Not good. The Cowboys did not keep it competitive, and the Packers were up 10 points with half of a quarter left or something like that, and I had them down to 2.5. And
bro, the Packers were up 10 points with 3 minutes left. That was absurd.
Absolutely
what happened.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely. Yeah, that Browns defense, to keep them in the game enough, is a feat or it's an impressive feat to begin with. But they have no excuse to lose that game regardless. They should be able to control the ball, and not give them those opportunities. That was crazy. And
it was the Browns. You were right.
Yeah,
it was the Browns.
Because you were making all these comments about how it was every time you look at DraftKings, it was whispering in your ear seductively, you want me in a 3-leg, something like that.
And I had to oblige. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's talking to you like that, when somebody's talking nice to you, I mean, sometimes it's nice to be seduced. You know what I mean? Make you feel young again.
How did we get here on this podcast?
When you're old and married and you got kids, you know what I'm saying? You don't get out the house that much anymore. You're not at the bars, getting propositioned by these folks out here, these single folks, And then so when somebody's batting their eyelashes at you, you're like, oh, okay, that's nice. I'm flattered. My name's Kurtis. We can shake hands. I'm not gonna hug. I'm not a hugger. I'm married. But I'm gonna get you in the 3-leg parlay.
this. How does this relate to betting?
I don't know, bro. I lost it. I thought I had it, and then I lost it.
I lost track of my metaphor. Oh my gosh, yes. Big picture. It was a crazy week of blocked kicks too. Like that. I don't know. Did we ever confirm that was the most blocked kicks ever?
I have not. But it's gotta be in the discussion. If it's not, to be.
But it's not only that.
There was 2 in the Eagles game alone.
Yeah. But it was not only that, there were some very critical blocked kicks, like at the very end of games, right? Like the Browns blocking the Packers field goal that would have won the game, and
Clutch.
The Rams getting their field goal blocked and returned.
Clutch.
And the Bucks
also
too, they got their
all-time bad beat.
What, the Eagles? Yes.
Rams 3.5 all-time bad beat.
Yep. Because you fall down, and if you're Sirianni and you were coaching this type of situation, you would say, get the ball and fall down. All you care about is winning.
Sirianni definitely told that man to run.
Okay.
For sure. Sirianni's that guy.
What you should do is go down.
What you should do for sure is go down.
Analytics.
Yes.
Fall on the ground with the ball.
Get your knee on the ground. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But big man with the block, and then the ball just falls into his hands. Off to the races, bro. I didn't see him do a single thing wrong.
Yeah, there's an energy to that you can't really quantify. So that's I get it, but yeah, but it was pretty crazy to see that number of blocked kicks. We can talk a little more about some of the crazy results here. I just want to highlight a couple of things. Last week I complained about how bad we did. We were 3-6 on our official plays. I think we've talked about this, but we're gonna maybe instate either a veto rule or a we should bet this anyway rule, because I was looking at our picks for the Lions and Ravens last week, and we were 1.5 points away, and it was like that the Lions plus 3.5 or plus 4.5 felt like the right side, and I only sprinkled on it, and I should have hit it harder because that would have helped make up for it. So we have to instate like a little bit of manual adjustment for what we actually play. But as we've mentioned before, we do this confidence pick'em, and Kurtis and I are kind of getting our ass kicked right now, myself especially. Just want to shout out to my boy Captain Matthew Steiner, who took us all down in week 3 and got himself a week 3 win. So congrats to Matt, and hope you're doing well in Omaha. And also,
fun fact: Steiner was the one who introduced me to Stream East. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Stream East. I remember a very fateful
moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Thank you. The very fateful day where we watched a Vikings international game the morning after a wedding. You came over, and we just sat on the couch all day and watched football before we were all dads.
That's
good
right.
Times.
Yeah.
Good times.
The good old days.
Absolutely. And we'll shout out. I know you don't want me to do this, but since he asked for it, we'll shout out to Garrett, who's currently in first place. After
that
3
boy
weeks.
a bum too. That boy a bum. I honestly is the luckiest guy I ever met, bro. It disgusts me. It really does.
At least we appreciate you listening, Garrett. But we're trying not to give you too much respect here. It's only week 3.
That's literally all you get. That's all you get, bro.
It's a shout out.
The fall off's about to be crazy.
Oh, sure.
Damn.
And we're gonna have a resurgence.
I went from 1st to 5th place. Oh my god, 81 points in week 3 is devastating.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just you got your ass handed to you. I stopped picking upsets, and this is the week that upsets started happening again. So I think we all got steamrolled on the Packers. The picking the Giants.
That one hurt a lot.
Picking the Giants was real cute. That was good work, guys.
We gonna get to those motherfuckers, bro, because they definitely could have won that game. Just one individual actually on the Giants, but we'll get to him.
We might have a dual clown of the week here. Unfortunately,
bro, he's earned it, bro. Oh man, yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Couple other good highlights. Indiana Jones, sir. You wanna comment on the 3-0 Indiana Jones and
that motherfucker's the GOAT, bro. Daniel Jones for MVP until further notice, bro. Don't let these motherfuckers beat the Rams, dog. Because then the hype train's off the tracks. That would go fucking nuts.
I know we'll get there, but they are getting points in that game for what it's worth. They're getting No, let me rephrase that.
I think it's the highest over.
They're the underdog. That's what I'm saying.
They are the underdog. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'll be a game that I think a lot of people watch closely because that's a very much a are they for real game. And I mean, even if it's competitive, I think that's going to be a very much a wow. The Colts, they might make some waves in the playoffs, assuming health, of course.
Yes. They very well could. It's crazy that after 3 weeks we're already talking about what the Colts are going to do in the playoffs. You know they're going to be there.
Look at the rest of that fucking division. The Texans aren't doing shit. The Titans aren't doing shit. The Jaguars are not good. Like if all things remain static throughout the rest of the season, the Colts are definitely walking away with that division.
They should.
And it's not even going to be close.
No, I don't think so. Speaking of walking away with the division, what I hope happens anyways, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers continue to be only dogs on that team and led by Baker. And I said after they had this field goal kick to extend their lead and it got blocked and returned for a touchdown, I looked at my wife and I said, the Bucs are winning this game because they get the ball back. The Bucs are winning this fucking game because they're going to hand the ball back to a guy by the name of Baker Mayfield, who when it's clutch time, dude does not mess around at all. Big bruising scrambles, just way to reinvent yourself. Like, well done, sir.
Bro, converting on fourth down just all the time. When are we gonna have the conversation that Baker needs to be discussed as one of the best QBs in the league?
We can have that conversation right now if you want to. I would definitely say he is. When at the moment,
like, I would agree, but like, is what he's done since he's joined the Bucs, like, is that resume enough to get rid of the stench of the first half of his career?
Well, I would think so. I mean, I think he still showed life with the Browns. They're just an incompetent organization, I think, overall.
I think so.
He still showed enough flashes that he was still clearly worthy of getting another chance. And actually, that screenshot you sent me of the conversation with Garrett, he pointed out, and I remember this too. He came in like 2 days after joining a team, got a start for the Rams, and like had this heroic fourth quarter throw in the corner of the end zone or something like that. And I mean, all of this pomp and circumstance faded away quickly because he's no longer the Rams quarterback. But it was very quick to be like, oh, this dude might actually have been that guy the whole time, and he was just an incompetent team. See, also Indiana Jones.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I am inclined to agree. I mean, I talking with Gav off air, man. I mean, I was like, yo, Baker Mayfield might be my favorite player in the NFL right now. Because he's just so fun to watch, bro. Like, I cannot... The play last year when he, on fourth down, of course, he's got to be the fourth down king. What's a good nickname for a fourth down king? We're gonna have to workshop that. But when he stiff-armed Nick Bosa and then threw that dot to Chris Godwin, bro, that's when I was like, oh, Baker Mayfield's kind of cute, bro. Wait, huh?
He's built different. How about that?
Bro, he is built just so different, bro. And honestly, last week, broke his damn leg and then just popped right up and started talking shit in that dude's face, bro. I can't get enough of that kind of stuff, man.
No, it's incredible.
He's got moxie. That's what they say about guys like that, right? They got moxie.
I think so. I could definitely go for that. Yeah. I got a comment. You seem like you're getting involved in a lot of like seduction. Football-related seduction this week.
It's a romantic game. It's a romantic game.
I don't know if I'm following that, but hey.
All right.
You'll get there. Moving on.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Last game to talk about from last week.
Yeah, Ravens and Lions.
Game.
Yeah, fun game, great game, top tier work as a NFL fan. What's going on with King Henry, bro? Why does this man keep all of them? That's clutch. 2 in a row. 3 in a row, I think, actually, because he did in the Bills game too.
In the second game. Oh yeah. Well, no, the Bills was week 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, he's had 3 fumbles, won a game.
Mm-hmm. That's not good.
What's going on, bro? Like, he looks fine when he runs. Like, he does not look like the 30-year-old. Looks like the same old Yeti that we're used to.
He had like a 35-year-old rush, or sorry, a 35-yard rushing touchdown in that game against the
looking
Lions. Like,
elegant.
Still that guy. You could see it on the sideline, just the despair and the anguish in his face. Like,
yeah.
You should be disgusted. Like, that is inexcusable in that situation.
You're Derrick King Henry, bro. Like, you're not supposed to be like, this is not you. It's weird. No. Like, I don't like it, and I'm gonna be disgusted if the Ravens miss the playoffs because of these first 3 weeks. It's really gonna grind my gears.
I would be shocked. I would be shocked if they missed the playoffs. I seriously would be, because these are two high caliber teams that they lost to, and last year they started 0-2 also, and they still made the playoffs. They still won their division last year with an 0-2 start. So I would be genuinely shocked if they missed the playoffs. But
I would too, but it's a non-zero chance. And I mean, for all the, and we'll get into it when we're previewing the games, but for all the woes that the Chiefs have had throughout these first 3 weeks, I mean, it's still fucking Kansas City Chiefs, bro. And if they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs, 1-3 is not a great spot to be in after the first quarter of the season is done. It's not what you want.
No, but same goes for the Chiefs. One of those think about this. Yeah. One of those teams is going to be 1-3.
I know.
After that game. I know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like and those are, and those are teams we know they're going to find their way into the playoffs, but like
no,
you don't think so?
No. I don't. I'm sure there was a futures team to miss a playoff bet, and I just didn't place it. But if I would have thought about it, I definitely would have put it on the Chiefs for sure.
Oh, I would have loved that on the Chiefs too. We didn't talk about it. I have a fair amount of money by my standards on the under win total at 11.5, which was way too high.
Yeah,
way too high.
The easy under.
For sure. The Ravens are must-watch TV until further notice still, despite that, because they've put up 30+ points in every single game. So
yeah,
hats off to them.
Do you know who we no longer have to watch on TV?
I do know who we no longer have to watch on TV. Are we moving into our favorite segment of the week, sir?
Our dual clown of the week? I think so.
I don't think we can have a different clown of the week than each other.
No.
This is a pretty easy candidate. I'll let you go ahead. I'll supplement, but you go.
This decision was made easy for me when we were watching that game on Sunday night, on Sunday night, and the Giants were down 2 scores. There was 3 or so minutes left in the fourth. Not great position to be in, but you're not out of it. Russell Wilson in the red zone had a 4-play series that was quite possibly the most disgusting series of football that I've ever watched. On that first down, he took that read option. He decided to keep that thing, ran for 4 yards for some reason, and then kind of just sauntered back to the line. No urgency in that offense. Second play, I think he sailed that thing into the damn goalpost. Third play, I think he did the same. It was either an errant throw that the receiver had no chance, or into the tunnel. One of these throws went into the tunnel, which was crazy. And I think it was on fourth down. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was the fourth down throw that went into the tunnel. And the second and third down passes were both off the field goal, off the goalpost. Bro, you are a 36-year-old quarterback in the NFL. You've been playing quarterback for closer to 20 years than 10.
You've won a Super Bowl.
You have won a Super Bowl. At one point, you were in the Hall of Fame discussion, bro. How do you look that awful? It's confusing to me. How he went from, perfect, beautiful moon balls to Tyler Lockett, the escape pocket, the pocket, escape artist, to this, it's crazy, bro. That series is the reason he's not playing on Sunday. I would bet any amount of money if we were a fly on Brian Daboll's wall when he was breaking the news to Russell Wilson. He was like, "Yo, real talk, bro. We appreciate you coming into the organization, talking with these young bucks, getting them up to speed on what it means to be a professional in the NFL." To that point, if you're going to be a mentor, you can't be putting that kind of shit on film, dog. That's completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And for that reason, sit your ass down, bro. Let's let the young guy get some reps. He's gonna get fucked up by the Chargers, but
Oh, absolutely.
let's get some reps in and just sit your ass down, bro. And if we need you, if Jameis gets hurt or something, then we'll call you up. But until further notice, bro, the fuck out of here, bro, because it's crazy. You can't do that.
I think that they would go to Jameis before they would go back to Russ.
100%.
At this point,
bro. After that, no self-respecting organization could ever put that man back on the field after that series.
It's just such a lapse. It's just such a lapse in skill, in awareness and knowledge. Like you said, maybe you've lost some of your agility, your quickness, and all of that stuff, but you should still be that wise, sage old man sitting in the back of the pocket. It's fourth down. You risk an interception. You fucking you throw that to your guy, and you give him a chance to catch it. If it's picked off, it was fourth down. You got to take a shot. How are you sailing the ball out of the end zone on fourth down?
That got Malik Neighbors, bro.
Absolutely unacceptable. Give him a chance. Throw it up to him. Just give him a chance to make a play. I'm going to expand upon what you just said because everything that you said is absolutely true. We talked about this a little bit on Monday offline. This is a New York Giants organization that just a couple years ago had Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley on their team. How stupid do you have to be feeling right now if you are the front office of the New York Giants? That is it's incredible how you watch these players go somewhere else with weapons and a team around them, and they immediately become final form Daniel Jones, final form Saquon Barkley. You have bigger problems than we're a quarterback away. Bullshit, you're a quarterback away. You're like an entire front office and coaching staff away and quarterback away. Yeah, and Russell Wilson was never going to be the answer.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the front office because, that circles back to what we were just talking about with Baker. I don't know how we could get more information on front offices, but I think, I'm just kind of thinking about fantasy football, to be honest with you, but just in terms of dreaming up upside scenarios or floor situations with a specific team, it would be wonderful if we could understand the organizational structure and competency of a given franchise, because it's clear that there are certainly much better franchises than others, and it almost certainly starts at the front office level. This is obviously going to be a homer take, but what Howie Roseman has done with the Eagles is he will be in the Hall of Fame as a GM, and there's no question about that, because it's just beautiful the way that he has constructed a team and maintained relevance as a winning franchise for as long as I can remember. I don't know if he was with the Eagles during the McNabb days, but he's been around for a long fucking time. And then you've got the Giants, who bring in Russell Wilson, ship out Daniel Jones, and it just, and it's crazy that if you would have told us at this time last year that we would be talking about Daniel Jones as the savior of a franchise.
I still have a $1 ticket on the Colts to have the fewest wins this year.
I know you do.
I would love to shred that ticket if I could. Just take my money, take my dollar. I don't care. Yeah. It is a hard thing to quantify. I think the phrase that I like to throw around is just perpetual failure. A lot of these organizations are predictably bad, and that's why, when the Giants win total this year was 5, I can't remember if it was 5.5 or 6.5. I'm still on the under. I can't picture. I don't care what supporting cast you bring in unless you overhaul the entire team, and the entire coaching staff. And then maybe you can talk to me, but there is just something, and again, it's hard to quantify, but there's just something ingrained, and almost take the 30-year view on a lot of these teams. You see a lot of the same patterns over this period of time, right?
Yeah.
The good teams are still good. There's certain teams that can revive themselves. The Bills maybe are one of those over the last 10, 15 years, but
maybe it's not necessarily the front office. When you said the 30-year time frame, the only person that is on a team for that span of time is the owner.
That's true.
We need to look at the owners. That's the only answer.
see Jerry Jones for why the
Okay,
Cowboys haven't been to
bro.
an NFC Championship game, and that's
Hate to see that, bro.
we're gonna get there because we're gonna move into our Week 4 NFL bets.
Yes,
This
we
is the
are.
last
Yeah,
week before we get buys. This is the first week we've got an international game. We've got another Monday Night Football doubleheader. Should be a pretty exciting week.
I think so.
I want you to kick things off.
Okay. We did not put in the Vegas spreads.
No, they're blanked.
They are blanked. Okay, cool.
Oh, my bad. I took them away because they
No,
don't
we're
want
good.
to seduce our totals. Yeah, sorry about that.
Gotcha. No, you're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, so we've got Seattle Seahawks traveling to the desert to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Seahawks favored by 1.5. Vegas over under of 43.5. Oh, we both are taking the Cardinals.
Sir.
I've got them winning 24-23. Ren, you've got them winning 27-24. I'm going to be honest, I don't believe that the Cardinals are going to win. I felt that it was 100% necessary to pick the Cardinals since they were my division winner pick. That is the only reason I picked the Cardinals. Otherwise, I would definitely be putting a little dollar on the Seahawks for sure.
Interestingly, this line has moved. I listened to another podcast that records on early Tuesday morning. The Cardinals were favored in this game, and it's moved
I heard
across.
that as well.
And maybe it has to do with the James Conner injury, which I don't necessarily feel good about. But you could look at this two ways. The Saints had last week, or I'm sorry, the Seahawks had last week off because they played the Saints, and so on that token, they're not going to be ready. But you could also say they're rested and they're not beat up like the Cardinals are with their missing running back. So
yeah,
I still like I agree with you. I think I think the Cardinals are the better team on paper, even with James Conner. The Saints are not competent. The Saints are not competent. That doesn't count.
Sure, but the Cardinals played the Saints the week before and barely eked out a win
in New Orleans. But okay, sure.
I'm just saying, like, Kyler Murray is not necessarily like lighting the world on fire right now. Sam Darnold is picking up where he left off last year. JSN, dog. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, dogs. You know, the defense kind of nice. Like Marvin Harrison Jr. is out here dropping passes that's hit him right in the hands where nobody's even 5 yards around him. Like that boy's got the yips. If heaven forbid Trey McBride gets injured, because then the offense is just full meltdown immediately.
Shambles,
bro. So like the vibe checks between the two teams, like Seahawks are smashing the Cardinals for sure.
All right, why'd you pick the Cardinals then? I'm just saying.
Because they're my division winner and I need them to win this game. Because they should have won that game against the Niners.
You got to check your ego at the door, man. Or the preseason predictions. But let's introduce our new feature here. Would you like to scrub this play from our official record here because of that reason? Is this division chaos and we shouldn't be trusting it? Are we taking the Cardinals plus 1.5 in this game? Because I'm doing it. I'll do it.
Oh my god. I mean, a 1.5 line, I would probably just bet the money line myself, but I think I would.
Okay, we're playing it. Good luck to us. Division chaos. Yeah. I don't care if you think the Seahawks are the better team. It's a road division game, and these are hard places, or they're hard games to win in my experience.
They are. I agree.
Our first international game of the 2025 NFL season is being played. I believe it's the first ever game in Dublin, Ireland. This is a game between the Minnesota Vikings and a familiar foe, Aaron Rodgers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Vikings are favored by 2.5 points. Over under is 41.5, and I kind of expected this. Kurtis is the Vikings winning 27-17, taking the Pittsburgh Steelers 23-21. Let me just say this. This is also an emotion pick. I am 0-3 in trying to figure out these fucking Vikings. I want to go 0-4 because I want them to win this game. But this game it's a neutral site, and I don't know if I believe that version of the Vikings that we saw against the Bengals, because you've got a backup quarterback, you got a team that's starving for a win in the Vikings, and a great defense again against a horseshit offensive line and a horseshit defense. This is Mike Tomlin against Carson Wentz. Like, I'll believe it when I see it. So I think
that Vikings defense is about to destroy the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers in particular.
I hope they put Aaron Rodgers on his ass 12 times. I don't know what to expect.
For me, that is purely where this pick comes from. It's Vikings, another dominant Vikings defense performance, and then if Carson Wentz is even asked to do anything, he's getting another healthy receiver back this week. Justin Jefferson's already a problem on his own. Jordan Mason's #that guy. Carson Wentz is a good enough quarterback to where this is a very, very winnable game for the Vikings. Like this should be, I don't want to say it's automatic, but it's damn near an automatic win, in my humble opinion.
I hope that you're right for my own fandom reasons. However, I have been hurt now 3 times. Well, I guess depends on what you qualify as hurt, because I had the Bears the first week and I was not mad to see the Vikings come back and win that game. That's not really being hurt. But JJ McCarthy in that Falcons game was definitely a hurt. And I am afraid, and it's a double hurt when you pick them to win and you expect them to win, and then your hometown franchise just shits the bed. Yeah. So I can't do it. I can't take the Vikings again. And I think that the 48 points last week was an aberration. I hope I'm wrong, but we're no play here.
What we know for certain will not be an aberration. The Los Angeles Chargers traveling to MetLife and beating the dog shit out of the Giants. Favored by 6 points, over under 43.5. And right on. So Ren's got him 31-16. I've got 34-13. Defense has been playing out of his mind. Rookie quarterback's making his first start. Malik Neighbors got a broke back and toe and what. That was another thing I forgot to put on the damn Clown of the Week. How the fuck are you going to throw the ball into the goddamn tunnel? You got players out there playing with broke back, broke toes. Cam Scatterboo out here running out his damn mind, bro. And that's the shit that you putting on film, bro. How do you even show your face in the locker room? Like, for real, dog.
You don't. It's a paper bag over your head.
Just come on, fam. Like the shots that they were showing of the faces of the players on the sideline, bro. Nothing short of absolute disgust. Anyway, Giants are losing this game. Yeah,
they're getting their ass kicked. This is no way that a first quarterback making his first start is going to look competent against this Chargers team looks like a buzzsaw.
Yeah,
at some point they're going to lose a game, but it ain't this one.
Not at this point. Yeah,
it's not this one. It's not this one. They will lose a game, but it's not this one. Moving on, the ass bowl of the AFC South, we have the Tennessee Titans the Tennessee Titans are traveling to Houston to play the Texans. The Texans are favored at home by 7 points, over under of a low 38.5. We both have the Titans in an upset. I really love this. This is definitely an official play here. Yeah. I think that who the hell are the Houston Texans to be favored by a touchdown against anybody? They have no offense. Have you seen their offense play football? Yeah. Not only that, but let's take a step back and think about the math and the analytics for a second here. The total is 38.5. Like, how can you reliably feel like a team is going to beat the dog shit out of another team when you expect there to be 30? I'm sorry. I can't.
I couldn't agree more.
This is completely mispriced. Absolutely ridiculous. We will be taking the Titans.
I couldn't agree more. Titans necessarily aren't putting the greatest film on tape either, but 7 points for a Texans team that has done absolutely nothing the first 3 weeks. I don't know about that one, big dog. In a division game, I don't know about that one, big dog. That's a tall. Who do the Titans? Yeah, Super L. They played the Rams tight week 1. Buccaneers, they actually played them tight too. And then taking an L to the Jaguars, but I don't have much to add. I don't have anything of substance to add.
They played the Rams tight, but they had 9 points in that game, if I remember right. Like, it's not really an impressive showing. So I can't get behind that. I can't get behind the Texans right now. I wouldn't be shocked if this game hits the over, only because the loser of this game, you probably got to be starting to think about your season's over. So I could see some desperation, trickery, fake punt bullshit, like just stuff like that to jack up the score. 30.5 seems a little low to me, but we've not seen enough from either of these teams that someone should be favored by an entire touchdown. I digress.
Completely agree. Yeah. Alrighty, so let's move on. We got the Commanders traveling to Atlanta, taking on the Falcons. Washington favored by a 1.5, over under 44.5. And I'm going to take the Falcons. 2017, Ren, you're taking the Commanders 23-20. I am not confident in the Commanders. We've got Jaden Daniels coming off a knee, I believe. I'm not even sure if he's playing this week. I believe Terry McLaurin's going to be out. So you got Debo, and then your rotation at running back. The Falcons are better than what they're putting on tape. I'm pretty sure, right?
Are you sure? I mean, they just got shut out to the Panthers. I'm not taking a team that got shut. My logic here is that Jaden Daniels, I think, is supposed to be back. Maybe he's not. If there's been an update in the last couple hours, I haven't seen it. But I just don't trust a team that just got their ass handed to them by the Panthers. So they're better than that. They're better than getting shut out. But I don't think they're good enough to beat that team. With Jaden Daniels at quarterback. Marcus Mariota just came in, and I know it was the Raiders, but they put up a 40-burger in that game. There's no reason that they shouldn't be even better with Daniels at quarterback.
Mariota didn't have to do anything, though. That's the thing. He didn't do anything. I don't think. Where's that?
I mean, I think he had a couple touchdown passes, but they still put up 40 points. He's not hurting them. For sure.
No, yeah. 15 of 21 for 207 and a tutty.
And then
he ran one in.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's
a solid line. It's a solid line. Daniel's line could be better than that, though. That's all I'm trying to say. So, it's hard to look at 1 week as snapshot and just expect the same two teams are going to translate. Just map straight to the next week and then play each other the same way. But
agreed. Yeah, and I mean, admittedly, I kind of struggle with this game a little bit. It wouldn't surprise me if it went either way. But I like a nice little bounce back here.
That's fair. I don't want to take this next one away from you. I want to hear what you got here.
New Orleans Saints going to Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 16.5 points. 16. I don't know if I've ever seen an over-under like that before, or a spread like that before. Over-under 48.5. Right.
Delete my phone number, please. We're done.
Oh man! So Ren's got the Bills winning 31-10. Ren told me I couldn't have the Bills winning by 100 points, so I had them winning by 101, 114-13. Bills over the Saints.
I want you to keep this in this sheet. I want you to keep this in the sheet, please. How can you trust the Saints in this game?
I'm taking the Saints to cover 16.5 points.
Yeah.
I could tell you that right now. There will be some form of bet and or parlay where I'm taking the Saints to cover that 16.5. Lord, hey, bro, if it crosses that 17 threat, if it even gets to 17.5 per chance, put the mortgage on it, bro.
17.5 would be good to play the Saints back, because that's obviously a critical number, but
that's what I'm saying.
Or a key number in some capacity. But man, how can you trust this Saints team after they just got their ass handed? It's a back-to-back game too, or back-to-back road spot. They got their ass handed to them by the Seahawks, and now they're going to play a better team. This is you could make the case that this is a top 3 team against a bottom 3 team. In fact, I think that's not even, you don't even have to make an argument. That is what it is. It's not an argument.
Yeah.
And that's why the spread is what it is. So this is too many points, and we just got burned on doing this with the Bills last week against the Dolphins. We took the Bills laying 12.5, and they won by 10. So
I'm doing it. I'm filling it in. I'm doing it.
Let's play it. It's too many points to not.
We have to.
I might only do it for $1, but I have to.
Yeah,
This
yeah, yeah.
Oh, now here I'm giving you the New Orleans game, and now I want to give you this next game too. So just I'll go for a while after this. Why don't you
Okay.
take this one too?
Philly traveling to Tampa Bay, and honestly, this feels like it's starting to turn into just a very, very low key, little bit of a rivalry here, dating back to I believe Jalen Hurts' first year as a starter when he got fucked up in the playoffs by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then the following year came back and beat the shit out the Buccaneers. And I think there was another pretty key matchup between them maybe last year. But, here we are again. Philly traveling to Tampa Bay. Philly favored by 3.5, over under of 44.5. And yeah. So Ren's taking the Buccaneers to beat the Eagles 27-23. And I'm taking the Eagles 27-20. I'm going to be honest.
Trap. It's a trap game.
I would entertain this upset if Mike Evans was healthy. Mike Evans is not healthy. He is not playing. Yep. That Eagles defense is not a joke. Like, I understand the rookie's been balling out of control. Chris Godwin apparently is practicing this week. I don't know if he's playing, but he's practicing. And their offensive line is still banged up. Baker Mayfield is a superhero. I don't know how he's going to get out of this one. And heaven forbid that Eagles offense goes ahead and shifts that thing down to third gear, you know what I'm saying, to take off on you. I don't know, man. That's a tall order, I think. The way that these two teams are looking health-wise anyway.
This argument has not worked for me much during the course of this season so far, but I just have to think, like, how do you come back off of that emotional roller coaster of that Rams game and the emotional high, basically, to then travel down to Florida and play a team that is extremely competent as well? I know Mike Evans is out, but we just got done talking about how Baker Mayfield is the GOAT and will find a way. This is a rivalry game. It's becoming that sort of thing, and 3.5 points at home is very enticing to be getting for the Bucs in that kind of a situation. Now, the Eagles are not going to win every game all year, and this feels they're not going 17-0, so don't even do that. Don't look at me like that. They're not winning 17 games. You got to think that this is one of those opportunities where a mild lull could cost them.
To your emotional victory point, Jalen Hurts is a robot. That man doesn't show emotion. I don't think he really feels much. Like, he is quite possibly, he's got to be in the discussion for the most selfless quarterback in the entire league. Like, when they're playing the Chiefs and, he's just handing off the ball the whole game. And, he's on the line telling Chris Jones to shut the fuck up because we just won the game with me not even having to do nothing. Like, if he's content winning by any means necessary, and when his number is called and it's his turn to shine, and he just turns that bitch on, like, I don't think emotions are in the equation. Like, this is a quarterback. Like, when they're asking him about how you, like, are you still thinking about your Super Bowl, blah blah blah, he's like, bro, it's the next season. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they're talking about his lock screen on his phone is the Super Bowl he lost to the Chiefs still. Like, my man's dialed in, bro. And I would have to imagine the rest of the team is probably on par with that level of dialed in. So I don't necessarily subscribe to the emotional component for this team in particular. No, we haven't gotten to them yet. Actually, next game. But no, why don't we just get to the next game? Because the Browns are getting their asses beat, coming off an emotional win.
Hey, if you're going to make the case for the Browns, like, why not make a case for the Eagles every once in a while? I'm just saying, hey, I get everything that you're saying. They're not going 17-0. The Bucs almost won a game at Arrowhead last year, and week 2 they beat the shit out of the Lions. Maybe that was the year before. I think that was last year. Like, this in Ford Field
last year. Yeah,
they're built. They are built for this. That's all I'm saying. They're a Titan killer
when healthy.
Fine. The Mike Evans argument I will not push back on, but this is a trap game for the Eagles in my opinion. It may not even be a trap. I think you can see it coming. The Cleveland Browns, fresh off of their maybe not historic, but their emotional win over the Green Bay Packers, where they blocked a field goal with hardly any time left, made their own field goal, are traveling now to Ford Field to play the Lions, who just beat the shit out of the Ravens in Baltimore. Detroit is favored. I just looked. Detroit's now favored by 10 points. Over-under is 44.5. And we are both taking the Detroit Lions to beat the Cleveland Browns. I have a bit of a closer game. I have it a touchdown. Curtis has it 10. So he has it 20-10. I have it 20-13. Similarly, very low-scoring game here because we're both respecting the hell out of the Browns' defense. No question whatsoever. But are they even remotely competent compared to the Lions? Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, to your point about the defense, 20 points feels high. Like, I felt a little weird about putting a 2 at the front of that score for the Lions. That defense is nasty, bro. Myles Garrett, hashtag that guy. This should almost certainly be a Lions victory. Could the Browns do it again?
Yes. Oh, they absolutely could. I just want to take a moment here to reflect. I want to take a moment to reflect on something, sir. I want to take a moment to reflect on, like, last week we talked about how the Browns could be sneaky in that game. This week we're talking about how the Browns could be sneaky in this game.
Oh, here we go.
Welcome to the party,
right into this
sir.
Shit.
Welcome to the party. It's almost like you've been here the whole time. At the beginning of the season, you can't help but just send me the book on respecting the Browns. And now here you are thinking they could be a snake in the grass against the Lions now. It's like, how did we get here? I love this. You have a 6-pack riding on them winning less than 6 games. This is awesome. I love this. Welcome to the party is all I can say.
How we got here is that defense has rounded back into form. Last year apparently was an aberration. We're back to the same I eat motherfucking glass for breakfast Browns defense. Like, actually, my favorite, I saw on social media, they were saying Cam Scatterboo runs like he eats crayons. I fucking love that line, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck that means.
That's incredible.
But when you look at him and you watch him run, it makes a lot of sense.
It does. It's the Marshawn Lynch and Skittles kind of translation.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, yeah.
The Browns defense is that embodied, bro. Like, just some bullies.
Absolutely. If this moves to 10.5, which the line movement might suggest that it might get there, I will be playing the Browns for sure.
Yeah,
so
smash.
I have to. I think for now we need to leave it as a non-play because the Lions could beat the shit out of this team. Also, yeah. there's a world where they put up 24 and the Browns don't score a touchdown. Because
let's also acknowledge that Lions offense and the Packers offense, those are two completely different. Like, one of those is for real, and the other one, like, should be for real, but is it?
To me, the Packers defense is better than the Lions defense, and so that keeps them in those
100%.
games. The Lions offense is better than the Packers offense, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be the side of the ball that I'm going to be much more interested in watching is when the Lions have the ball. What can they do against that Browns defense?
Yeah, and if they can run the ball like they did against the Ravens, I mean, the defense will fall apart by the third or fourth quarter, and I think it'll start to get a little out of hand at that point.
Definitely. Moving right along, the Carolina Panthers are traveling to New England to face the Patriots. The Panthers are underdogs by 5.5 points, and the over-under is 43.5. And yeah, no surprise here. I'm not surprised by this at all. We're both taking the Panthers to win this game. I do not understand. Let me rephrase a question or a statement that I just made earlier. Who are the Patriots to be favored by 5.5 points against anybody? They're on the struggle bus right now. They had 5 turnovers in the last game. 5 turnovers in the last game. The Panthers just came off a 30-0 victory over a division opponent. They've got to be thinking like, okay, scrap those first 2 games, throw them in the trash. We're here now. And I think they're a better team than the Patriots, to be totally honest with you.
I agree. I made this pick before I saw the news that McMillan was dealing with an injury. If he sits, I hope the line moves a little bit more because I completely agree with your who the fuck does DraftKings think the Patriots are? 5.5 is crazy. it's I don't want to say it's an auto bet, but that's looking like an auto bet to me. Yeah, and if you got a team where the running backs are throwing the ball on the ground 4 or 5 times, your receiving core is decent at best. You're leaning on an age tight end for production in the passing game. Defense is good, not great. Like it wouldn't surprise me if Bryce Young and company could eke out another win in this one for sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. Like we saw a good version of Bryce Young at the end of last season. It wouldn't surprise me if it's just going to take a couple games to kind of warm up to that.
I agree.
Defense, kicked the shit out of Michael Penix last week, and I wouldn't be surprised if they can make some headway. It's not going to be a 30-0 game, but let's not kid ourselves on that. But I don't see. To me, the wrong team is favored here. I think so. I like where we're at.
Yeah, certainly feels like it anyway. Alrighty. Well, then now we've got Jacksonville traveling to the Bay to take on the Niners. Niners favored by 3, over under 47.5, and we both have the Niners winning 23-20.
Same score.
Same score. I'm gonna be honest. I struggle with this one a little bit. I don't really know how I feel about the Niners. I don't really know how I feel about the Jaguars. The Jaguars are finding ways to win, even though they don't look great. The Niners are absolutely decimated by injuries. In other news, water is wet. Yes. But they continue to keep winning. Like, in Kyle Shanahan, we trust is basically this pick.
Interchangeable. A revolving door, shall we say.
Yeah, and I think until further notice, I mean, that's kind of got to be the logic with the Niners, right? Like, as long as Shanahan's the coach, like, they'll figure shit out.
They will find a way. I mean, they absolutely will.
Yeah, one of the best players in the game. Like, you'll make it work.
I tend to agree. This one I struggled with, and I see no value on the line. Like, the line's in the right place. Mac Jones let's not forget Mac Jones is still going to be the quarterback of the 49ers this week, so you don't necessarily get super warm fuzzies on that. But the Jaguars have not looked. They've looked very inconsistent, shall we say. Trevor Lawrence has thrown some really boneheaded interceptions, and you don't want to trust that team either.
Yeah.
Speaking of teams that we can trust in, however, Indiana motherfucking Jones and the Indianapolis Colts are traveling across the country to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. The Rams are favored at home by 3 points, and the over-under is 49.5, relatively high. And we're both taking the Indianapolis Colts in an upset.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
The wrong team is favored, and we will respect. I can't believe I'm saying this. We will respect Daniel Jones until further notice.
That's motherfucking Goat Jones to you. That's right, bro. Daniel Jones, bro. Hashtag
only the
Timothy.
GOAT. It's only the GOAT.
This is low-key one of the sneaky games of the week, bro. I feel it in my bones. Because if the Colts win this game, bro, the hype train's going crazy. I'm here for it. I'm so fucking ready. And I need the Rams to lose because of my Cardinals pick for the division.
Fair enough. I have the Rams winning the division, but
I know you don't.
Until the Colts win, until the Colts lose a game, I will probably be picking them in every game, unless they're playing like the Eagles or the Bills or something. But yeah, the way that they're looking, I mean, they're putting up 30 and 40 burgers against a lot of these
the way
teams.
Jonathan Taylor is running, depending on what that line set at for either the Eagles or the Bills, I'm probably taking the Colts. Jonathan Taylor
taking him on with the points. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, Jonathan Taylor right now he looks like himself from 2 years ago. Like, that boy is arguably the best running back in the league right now. Like, he looks rejuvenated. I love it.
Very nice.
I've got him in a league too, and it's chef's kiss.
Magical. I am 0.2, by the way, in your league that you run, I am 0.2 points away from being 3-0 right now, and I'm just still sick about that.
I hate to see it.
Damn it, Allie. Game of the week, potentially. You said the last one was game of the week, but let's be real. This one probably is. Nope. There's 3 games you can comment are game of the week.
It'll be advertised as such, but I don't. Well, let's get into it. I don't think it'll be close myself.
We'll see. It's a high profile matchup. Baltimore Ravens are traveling to Arrowhead to play Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. The Ravens are favored by 2.5 points on the road, and the over-under is 48.5. And I am taking a close game, but I'm taking the Ravens to win this game. This is a get up. This is a very much a get up spot for the Chiefs. The Ravens are the better team. This is a close game to me.
Explain how. How is this a close game?
Because it's not in Baltimore. Honestly, the Ravens are the Ravens are the better team here. The Chiefs are going to be in desperation mode here pretty quick, especially after the Chargers are threatening to run away with this division. Xavier Worthy's coming back this week, or at least expected to come back this week. That should give them a little bit of a boost. And the Ravens have not shown me the ability to close out a game.
Ren,
what?
The Chiefs have put up 21, 17, and 22 points in their first 3 games as an offense.
And that's why I have been putting up 23.
They looked awful doing so. The Ravens have put up 40, 41, and 30 points in their first 3 weeks of playing football in this National Football League. In what universe do you think that the Chiefs can keep up with the Ravens offense and even make this competitive?
Let me ask you this. What has the Ravens defense allowed? Oh, only a lot. They gave up 38 points to the Lions. They gave up a historic late comeback to the Bills. They're
your argument
suspect. They're suspect to me.
Let me just so I'm following along and for all of our viewers at home. Your argument is that the Kansas City Chiefs offense is going to be able to put up the same number of points as the Bills and the Lions?
That's not what I said. I said that's why I have them scoring 20.
You just said the Lions put up 38 points on them.
And
the only other team that put up decent points on them was the Bills at 41.
You love to put words in my mouth. Do you see the score that I predicted on this sheet? Did you see the score? How many points do I have the Chiefs scoring?
I say that you have them at 23 points.
Yep, it's about consistent with those previous performances that you just mentioned. And it's because I don't believe in the Ravens defense to hold them to less. The Ravens are winning this game, but it's close. That's all I'm saying. Ravens are winning this game.
We should have a side bet. I think this is an ass whooping of, I'm not going to say biblical proportions, but it's going to be an ass whooping. It's going to be an ass whooping for sure.
Side bet $1 on who covers that spread.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Actually, no, I lied. We're not doing that because that's
easy.
Fine. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Smash.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll take it.
Yeah,
Chiefs to win or be within 2. It's going to be a great game.
Chicago's traveling to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Chicago's favored by 1.5, over under 47.5. Okay. Ren's got the Raiders winning this 27-24. I've got the Bears winning 25-15. I don't know. I mean, this is another game that I struggled to pick, to be honest with you. I went with the Bears, maybe riding off some momentum. Offense seems to be clicking a little bit. You could very well chalk that up to the Cowboys' defense being hot dog water. Raiders' defense just let Marcus Mariota-led Commanders team drop 40 on them. So I'm not sure where your confidence is coming in from the Raiders, but
it's not a high confidence. It's basically just I'm still riding this wave of the Bears are not good. And they put up they had a good game against the Dallas Cowboys, but we have questions about the Dallas Cowboys also.
We have a lot of questions about the Dallas Cowboys.
If I haven't seen enough from them to think that they're trending. I saw one game from them. I feel it's more a blip in the radar than them accelerating to greatness. I don't love what I've seen from the Raiders, but I think they have enough weapons and enough sort of competent pieces in place that they should be more competitive in these games. You look back to that week 1 where they beat the Patriots, and I think we were a little higher on the Raiders after that, and I may still be a little bit biased by that because the Patriots are also not very good.
Water. Yeah.
So this is one of those that I really struggled to pick it, and I just ended up giving the home team a field goal here. Wouldn't be shocked. The Bears, on paper, probably should win this game, but road game following an ass whooping. It's an easy dud spot for them.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to hear me foot stomp for the Bears in any form or fashion, so I'm not gonna push back on it.
No, I think we can leave that one as is, and we don't have to play it. Yeah. The oh, just lost my screen right in time. The potential other game of the week is the Green Bay Packers, the Micah Parsons revenge game. Green Bay Packers are traveling to Jerryland to face Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, and the Dallas Cowboys. The Green Bay Packers are favored on the road by 7 points. The over-under is 47.5. We will both be taking the Green Bay Packers in this game. I would be shocked if they lost this game. I expect Dallas to get up for it because they have that sort of motivation after they got their ass kicked by the Bears, and they know what's at stake here with the Micah Parsons revenge game. But he's going to have over 2.25 sacks in this game probably on Dak Prescott because he is very motivated, and a few tackles for loss, maybe a forced fumble here or there. He's going to be an absolute monster in this game just to stick it to Jerry Jones.
I 1000% agree. Banshee alert for sure. Where are you getting 20 points for the Cowboys?
I'm a little more confused by you getting only 9 points for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't
CeeDee
think
Lamb's,
the Green Bay Packers. CeeDee Lamb is out.
Their
You're
best
right.
offensive player is not on the field. What are you talking about? And then
This
you've got crash out George Pickens, where halfway through the second quarter when they're getting fucked up, he's going to start, doing his shenanigans and probably get himself a nice personal foul, somewhere in the second, maybe third quarter. Well, we'll give him the third quarter is when it'll happen. That'll more or less seal the game and put the Packers in position to put the icing on the cake, if you will. This offense is about to fall apart.
I might be being a little generous, especially without CeeDee Lamb. I think the Cowboys are going to get up. They're still going to get up for this game, regardless. Even without CeeDee Lamb, they're still going to get up for this game because they got their ass kicked last week, and because they don't want to have the Micah Parsons revenge game be a victory for the Packers. This is also a rivalry game, long-time rivalry. These teams don't like each other at all.
It certainly is. I love that you keep playing this emotional aspect, but any team that only puts up 14 points against the Chicago Bears, I don't see where you're getting confidence that they will put up 20 points without their best player against a top 3 defense who has a player that you just gave an opening monologue talking about how he's going to wreck the entire game.
The Packers are winning this game. What more do you want from me? The fact that
I want realistic scores, sir. That's what I want.
I want realistic scores. They're favored by 7 points in this game. That to me is a little much. I'll be honest. 7 points on the road, it's a little much to me.
Crazy.
Yep. Two more Monday night games.
Jets heading to Miami. Yep. I don't even know how I feel about this game, to be honest with you.
I have no idea. Scrap it. Throw it in the trash. The whole thing.
McDaniel's coaching for his job. Jets. I don't know what to make of the Jets right now. Miami favored by 3 points. Over under 45.5. I got the Jets winning 27-24. Ren, you've got Dolphins 23-13. This is more or less predicated on Justin Fields playing. I don't know if he's cleared concussion protocol yet.
That's kind of where I'm at too. I'm predicated on Tyrod Taylor playing.
Yeah. If Justin Fields plays, I think it'll be a nice high scoring affair and probably surprisingly entertaining to watch. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, both of these teams are in dire straits right now. I think if McDaniels loses this game, is he getting fired? Starting the season 0-4? I don't know. And the Jets, they're starting 0-3. They've got a new head coach, so he'll have a little bit more grace to play with. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is an impossible one to pick because of the uncertainty at quarterback, or the injury uncertainty. 10-foot pole. I don't want anything to do with it. We pick all the games because we want to, but throw the whole game in the trash. I don't want to
never bet this game. Hell no.
Especially not right now until there's more certainty around who's actually playing. So yeah, we got to run away from that one. Last game. This is I think it's a 6:15 Mountain Time kickoff, but Cincinnati Bengals are. Or maybe it's 7:15. But anyway, Cincinnati Bengals, fresh off their ass whooping to the Vikings, are traveling to Mile High, where I'm sure it will be nice and quiet and really easy for them to run their offense. The Denver Broncos are favored by 7.5 points at home. Over-under is 44.5, and we have curb stompings by the Denver Broncos. I've got 28-16. Kurtis has 26-11. So we will be playing the Broncos here. What did you see from Jake Browning last week and the Cincinnati Bengals to suggest that they can be competent in this game? I didn't see anything. And Denver's desperate for a win after barely losing to the Chargers, having that leverage call against the Colts that cost them the game. Like, they are desperate for a win. They're going to kick the shit out of this team, I think.
I think so as well. To answer your question, not much. That offense looked pretty terrible. And again, we're going to be probably saying this all season, that Bengals offensive line, not great. Broncos defense, probably going to have a field day with them. I think it's going to be another rough week for the Bengals. And I think for all of our fantasy players out there, after this week will be a great buy low opportunity for Bengals players, because I'm going to guess folks are going to be sick of having those folks in their starting line. I mean, T. Higgins had like 2 targets last week. Chase Brown, I think, ran for like 4 yards. Something ridiculous.
10 carries for 3 yards.
Like, that's unusable. Or a buy low opportunity. I mean, it's up for you to decide. Like, if you're sitting at 3-0, 2-1, and you can afford to put them on the bench, wait it out, see if things are gonna, if the ship's gonna right, I'd float out something there myself. But
yeah, it's brutal. I benched Chase Brown for this coming week because I think this is another game where he's just not gonna get anything going.
100%.
We'll see. He could be the safety valve again, basically. Oh shit, Jake Browning's about to get his ass kicked, so he's going to jump it off to the running back. There'll be a few of those plays, but not enough for high floor fantasy value. So
agreed.
Yep. So we'll move now into our very final segment where we place our alter ego bets, and I'm going to go first here because I've already covered all of the general concepts. This looks ridiculous on top of my headphones, but we're going to roll with it anyways. The Scholar is here to do another teaser bet for all of you because it went so well for him last week. First leg on my teaser bet is we're taking the Cardinals up to 7.5. This is a division game. Cardinals are at home. This should probably be a close game. Somebody's going to win by a field goal, maybe 4 or 5 points. Taking the Cardinals up to plus 7.5. Pittsburgh Steelers in London plus 8.5. In my opinion, this should be a pick'em game. Nobody should be favored in this game. So to keep the Steelers within a possession, you consider all of the travel and the jet lag and all of these things. Mistakes are going to be made. Mike Tomlin's a great coach. They're not going to get embarrassed in this game. Steelers plus 8.5. And the last one is we just talked about. The Denver Broncos minus 1.5. They are beating the Bengals. They are going to beat Jake Browning. There's no question about it in my mind. So we're going to take the Broncos all the way down to minus 1.5. And those are your teaser legs from the Scholar this week. Stay educated, folks. Stay in school, kids.
I love it. I disagree with the Steelers pick, to be quite honest with you, but
I get it.
At 8.5, I can understand that, I guess. But yeah, Broncos minus 1.5. Cardinals, you already know how I feel about them. Yeah, I think it'll work out. It feels good. It feels right. It feels like a nice round robin.
Feels like on brand.
Yes. So I decided to go with a different approach this week, and I decided to throw this together on the fly this week. I figured thinking shit up beforehand has not been working. When I come up with shit spontaneously on the fly, seems to work out just fine. So, to test that theory, I'm not going to suggest you necessarily play all these legs, but I think some combination of these legs would make a very nice parlay. Tennessee Titans, we already talked about them, plus 7.5. New Orleans Saints, talked about that line, crazy. 17.5, got it. That's an easy cover. I don't know if that's an easy cover, but I think they'll be covering it.
It's the Bills. It's the Bills still.
It's the Bills. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Panthers for sure, plus 7.5. Ravens money line because you're out of your fucking mind if you think that's going to be a close game. And then Denver minus 6.5. I'm going to be honest, I think I might throw all those legs in a parlay and see what happens.
Do it.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend that for the casual bettor, but if you've got the gift of sight, if things work out for you, if your thumbs, if you get that tingly feeling in your thumbs, you know what I'm saying, when you're sitting on the phone messing with your DK lineup, just go ahead, throw a little dollar piece on that thing. Nothing crazy. Maybe two if you're feeling frisky. And you'll probably walk away with like $50.
Well said, sir. This feels very on brand as an Oracle parlay, and I actually really like it, to be honest with you.
It feels right. It feels like I haven't. I think another thing that I've been messing up on, I haven't really been playing with lines. I haven't been looking at alternate spreads like I have in years past. I got to get back to that, bro. Because this feels a lot better when you put those 7.5s and 6.5s in there. Little money line work just to get a little freaky. You know what I'm saying?
The Bills by 17 and a half, or the Bills by 17 also feels like the right number as well, and so you're gonna get a win on that 17 and a half, I think.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I would be disgusted if I lost because of that leg.
That if that's the only one you lose on, if you get your ass kicked, it's fine, but like if that's the only one, man,
yeah,
that's brutal. So just to recap, we're gonna play Cardinals plus 1.5, Chargers -6. Titans +7. We're gonna play the Saints plus 16.5. We're crazy. We're gonna play the Panthers plus 5.5. We're gonna play the Colts plus 3, and we're going to play the Broncos -7.5 because we like punishment. Bring it on. Just bring it on. And we have a $1 bet on the side on whether or not the the Ravens or the Chiefs cover Baltimore -2.5. I'm doing it.
Well, just go ahead, Venmo that thing to me right now, bro, because there's no way.
Not doing it. Not doing it. We got to have a little extra side action, just like we had on that the Bengals and Browns game week 1. That was a fun thing to talk about for like 2 weeks ahead of time. Yeah. So, cool. I think we've more than exhausted our resources here for this episode. So, thanks everyone for joining in. Good luck to all of you. Better luck to us. And for our next trick, tune in next week where we recap all of our bets and talk about how shitty we did again, probably. Don't forget to leave us a review. Email us, footballclownsanonymous@gmail.com. For the Oracle, Kurtis Pinkney, I'm Ren Smith, the Scholar. Thank you all for joining in and being a part of Football Clowns Anonymous. And we hope to see you again at our circus sometime soon.